Good morning and welcome to Daybreak. I'm Brittany Lawfer.
And I'm Alexis Adams. On today's show, we will discuss what new menu items will be coming to the Point Park Cafe.
And what Steelers player is now probably lost for the season?
And the Democrats took to the stage for their first debate last week, and in another edition of the Daybreak Roundtable, we found out all about it.
Daybreak starts right now.
Okay, so the weather. Now, everybody knows I like the warm weather, and I am losing this fight because it's been cold.
I guess I'm winning, but I'm not ready for snow. Today was perfect. Sunny, little breeze.
Perfect, it was cold.
I was comfortable.
Oh, I needed like 3 jackets. I'm anemic, so I'm always cold.
I'm anemic too.
Well, then
I'm a ginge.
you should be on my side.
What's the weather like, Jess?
Well, guys, this week it's actually getting a little warmer. So Monday and Tuesday we have temps in the upper 50s, even upper 60s. And as we go on later into the week, we see some clouds. Now this will be the time where you'll want to get your leather jackets and your jean jackets of sorts. And later as we go on, we'll have some sun in the weekend with some high temps of the 70s and 60s, and we got a lows of 48 and 50. So you'll bundle up towards the end of the week there, but as we go on, yeah, that's about it. That's all I got for weather.
2 new resolutions were approved by United Student Government this past week to help make changes for the upcoming semester. The first resolution will mandate all student organizations to hold executive board elections during the second week of March. The second would require student organizations to submit turnover reports. The following week to student activities involvement in leadership, commonly known as SAIL. The turnover reports begin last year, and they hold contact information for the president, vice president, treasurer, and secretary to ease communication during the summer months. The 2 resolutions will take effect in March.
Point Park Dining Services will soon be offering a new special to students. Students will soon be able to order vegetarian and vegan-friendly options as a part of a nationwide Meatless Monday movement. For years, students and faculty members have been upset over the lack of vegan and vegetarian options in the dining hall. This new movement is in response to a student and faculty cooperative initiative. Dining Service has not yet set a date of when the new initiative would be implemented.
A Point Park student organization is bringing students together to raise awareness on veterans' well-being. The Students Veterans Association, formerly known as the Point Park Warrior Society, is a group of people trying to help fellow veterans adjust to civilian life and give them the support that they need. Currently, they are advocating for a documentary film called Project 22 to be shown on campus that focuses on raising awareness on veteran suicide and their families. The film mentions a study conducted in 2012 by the Veterans Administration showing that about each year, approximately 22 veterans commit suicide a day, which equates to approximately 8,000 deaths a year. The SVA holds meetings on the second floor of the Student Center in the Veterans and Military Lounge on Thursdays on a bi-weekly basis.
Recently, the Pittsburgh Center for Sports Media and Marketing hosted another event, and this time it was featuring a Point Park alumni.
Reporter Ashley Corradine has the story.
Point Park students are gathering in the Student Center to listen to a Point Park alum talk about her position with Reebok CCM Hockey as the U.S. Marketing Manager.
Kristen's visit to Point Park started with a luncheon with a small group of students before the presentation that was open to the entire student body. Students at the luncheon had a chance to ask questions and even talk one-on-one with Kristen. After the luncheon, Kristen headed over to the Student Center to give her presentation to the attending students. She discussed Reebok's goals and even shared a few videos. After she was done speaking, she opened it up for questions and had a few words of advice for the students.
Really hope that they just understand that, don't take no for an answer. Continue to challenge yourself, add to your skill set, and you get to where you want to be.
She has a lot of really good insight. She works for a huge brand, it's a multi-billion-dollar company, so she knows what she's doing. She's obviously gotten well recognized at this company, and it's really good for her to come to the school, and we get a lot of great, insight from her.
I mean, skill sets, oh my goodness, it's like, I started here at Point Park, did sports, arts, and entertainment, really helped because it helped broaden my skill set there, and then I took it over to the Adidas group, so we're talking about PR, communications, marketing, sales. So really with the Adidas group, I got to find my niche in marketing, and I've learned so much.
If you missed today's event, then be sure to keep an eye out for the next sports speaker they have coming up. Reporting for Point News, I'm Ashley Corradini.
That was a great report. While we are in the world of sports, I heard one of the former athletes and reality show star has been hospitalized.
That is true. With more information on that and a couple of other stories, it's our entertainment reporter, Alex Martich.
Thanks, girls. We cannot begin to talk about the world of entertainment without first providing an update on Lamar Odom. Tuesday, the former star player of the Los Angeles Lakers and ex-husband of Khloe Kardashian was taken to Sunrise Hospital in Las Vegas. A source close to E! News said that, quote, virtually every drug imaginable was found in his system, end quote. Another source close to E! said that since arriving to Sunrise Hospital, ex-wife Khloe Kardashian has been, quote, completely inconsolable and heartbroken, end quote. Since the news broke, despite the fact that she cut off contact with him over the summer, the crisis has been extremely difficult for the Kardashians and Jenners alike. Kylie Jenner was in the midst of a live online stream when she tweeted, "Had to end my live stream, I love you guys," while Kendall Jenner just yesterday tweeted, "Please don't go." Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner have both flown out to Las Vegas to be with Khloe. And in Esquire, they have announced the sexiest woman alive for 2015, and it is one of Hollywood's hottest actresses. Game of Thrones and Terminator's Genesis star Emilia Clarke has been given the title by the magazine. The 28-year-old Clarke was also named Women of the Year by GQ earlier this year. Clarke is following in the footsteps of Penelope Cruz, who was awarded the title in 2014. And finally, all is revealed. Carrie Underwood has shared her secret to getting a flat stomach in Shape magazine. She revealed such lifestyle secrets such as a no-carb dinner, despite her love for bread, and a Tabata workout every day. It has been a fine year for the country star. Her fifth studio album, Storyteller, is set to be released October 23rd, and she will be hosting the upcoming 2015 CMA Awards. And she also has a 10-month-old son named Isaiah to top it all off. Now, back over to a couple of other busy ladies with Brittany and Alexis on the couch.
That was so great. But coming up after the break, we will be finding out what fun activities we have to look forward to during the second half of the semester when we sit down with the public relations coordinator for CAB.
And later, find out what local celebrity has found themselves on the wrong side of the law.
We are a social people. We share our inspiration, wisdom, creations, and memories. We share what makes us laugh and what angers us. Built on the notion of a free flow of ideas, our country thrives on the freedom of speech. Without it, who would watch over our governing powers? And how would we share our history to make a difference for the future? It's this freedom to share that gives us a reason to listen.
Start your morning with City News.
Start your morning with campus news.
Start your morning with political coverage.
Start your morning with fun.
Start your morning with us, only on Daybreak.
Did you know that Point Park has a cheerleading squad?
Don't stop. Don't get it confused.
Not only do our cheerleaders represent Point Park at regional and national competitions, but they also promote spirit and awareness of every sports team on campus. Come to any men's or women's varsity basketball game at home to watch the cheerleaders perform at halftime and cheer from the sidelines from the first jump ball to the final buzzer. Sports not your thing? You can catch the cheer team lead the crowd at the fall and spring pep rallies as well, or at several competitions around Pittsburgh each year. So what are you waiting for? Show the Point Park cheerleaders the support they show you.
We know you're wondering what the A-list celebrities are up to. Well, here at Entertainment on Point, we're wondering too.
Have you heard about James Franco and Seth Rogen's new movie?
No, but have you heard Beyonce's new single? Did you see what she was wearing on that red carpet?
Honey, that was not cute.
Did you see what happened on Scandal this week?
No, I was too busy keeping up with the Kardashians. No matter what your guilty pleasure is, we've got you covered.
Entertainment on Point. Get to the point of pop culture.
Welcome back to Daybreak. Now in studio, we are joined by the Public Relations Coordinator for the Campus Activities Board, Maggie McCauley.
CAB has been very busy already this year with concerts and roller skating, just to name a few things. You all must be tired. Like, you just keep going and going and going. I'm getting so many emails about CAB.
Every week. A couple times a week.
Like,
yeah, and
so many.
I'm sorry for those emails. Those are usually from me. So
I like it.
You're right. We have been very busy. We have events pretty much twice a week. It seems like that's kind of how often they've been happening. So you're right. We are really busy, but we've been getting a lot of positive feedback from students. So we must be doing events that they like, which is good.
Was it in the plan to up the events this year, or did it just happen to fall this way?
I think it definitely was kind of part of the plan. Dean Palo told a few students that he wants us to push the limits this year and come up with programming that really hasn't been seen before at Point Park or even on a college campus, really. So that's kind of our goal, and I think we've been doing a really good job with it so far.
What are some of the programs, like some of the newer things that you're trying to do?
Sure. So we have something new. It's a new job. It's the Pioneer Series Coordinator. So basically, she came up with 3 new programs that happen the same day, the same time of every month, so that way students can kind of look forward to it. So they happen on the first Friday, third Thursday, and the second Saturday.
And what are they?
Point Park After Dark. So that's where we had like the roller skating. So we brought in a roller skating rink and brought it into the gym, which is pretty cool. Yeah. And what else
what's
have we
the
done?
setup like for that?
It's crazy. They took 6 people to carry it in. They like pressed the floor down, and they had this like old-fashioned roller skates that everybody put on.
Oh, that's so cool.
So that's kind of just unique events on like a 10 to midnight kind of time frame. Just promote some other alternatives for late night weekend programming is kind of our goal. Coffee with Cab is one of the other ones, so that's learning a new skill. So we had an event where we had mock mimosas if you want to call them that, and we had a paint night. So we brought in like a paint instructor, and it was like kind of like a paint monkey class or something like that.
Like a painting with a twist.
Exactly.
Painting with Point Park.
Exactly. Basically what we did. So just kind of teaching a new skill, and then the last one is late night bingo. So just kind of a twist on like, what's kind of known to be maybe like an old lady kind of game.
I'm going to be that old lady playing bingo. I will be.
I could see it.
Yes.
I could too, actually.
Excited about winning too, with 5 cards on the table.
Oh, well, we limit it to 1. We don't want anyone cheating. But yeah, it's been really successful. I didn't know that college students loved bingo as much as they do. So it's been really exciting to see everyone so enthusiastic about what we're doing. So it kind of makes it really worth it.
All right, and what are you doing the next few weeks? Anything you could tell us about?
Sure. So our annual Halloween dance is on Wednesday.
Those are awesome.
Yes. So this year it's at Ultra Bar again, and this year it's called Sideshow Soiree. So it's a circus, freak show kind of theme. If you watch American Horror Story, it's based off of last season. Okay. So just to kind of give you an idea.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that. Tickets are $5. You can get them either at the door or at the sale office. It's
are they
also
$5 for everybody? Are you allowed to come if you're not a Point Park student?
Yeah, as long as you are with someone that has a Point Park ID, you can come, and it's $5 for everybody.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
So if you want to bring boyfriends, friends, I don't know, bring your mom, dad, whoever wants to come, anybody
Mom,
can.
Go to the circus freak show with me.
Right. I'm sure she'd love it.
Mom, my college Halloween party, you coming?
Absolutely. Bring out everybody.
How long have you been in your position?
Since August, so it's for the school year. So we had our week of training, so everyone's pretty new to CAB this year that's on the executive board. So
is that normal?
I don't think so. I think they usually do get a lot of returners. Last year, there just happened to be a lot of seniors. So it's kind of rebranding and rebuilding the board. So we've been doing a lot of things in our own way, not trying to follow exactly what's been done in the past. So I think that's another reason that you're seeing such like a variation in the programming this year.
I'm loving everything that's going on. We have to get over there more often.
I'm so excited about it. Especially, like, are you guys going to do stuff again? Are you doing, like, for people that missed the rollerblading, because, I mean, that sounded a lot of fun to me. Are you able to do, are we going to see some recurring events, or?
I don't know. I do the PR, so I'm more the marketing side, not so much the planning events, but I love getting students' feedback, and we have a survey going on right now, actually, on OrgSync, and it's maybe 5-10 minutes you can take our survey, and we're going to pick a winner, and you win this like really cool Bluetooth speaker. So
Oh.
you should definitely take the survey, tell me what kinds of events you want to see, and we'll be picking the winner in like a week or two.
Sounds great. And then before we go, how do students get involved? If they want to get more involved with CAP, what do you recommend?
They can either stop by our office in the first floor of the Student Center and just tell us that they want to get involved, or at every event we have a promo table so they can come, put their name down, and I'll email them and let them know when meetings are.
So it's not hard to get involved?
No, not at all.
All right.
Easily get involved.
That sounds great. And that's all, sounds like a ton of fun, and I can't wait to go to all of it, especially the coffee with Cab.
Yes, I think thank you, first of all. I'm getting excited about the coffee. I'm a coffee head, but thank you for stopping by.
Thank
and
you.
after the break, see what Point Park athletics team is getting hot at the right time of the year with the Sports Report.
Ever wanted to be behind the mic and have the world listening to your show on campus? Well, it's just as simple as joining WPPJ, Point Park's student-run radio station, located on the second floor of Lawrence Hall, right next to the dining services. Listeners can tune in using Point Park's website or through the TuneIn app by searching WPPJ. WPPJ welcomes any new DJs that want to get involved, so be heard. Do you have what it takes?
An expression, a belief, a symbol, freedom to worship, an unspoken word. To express yourself means standing up for what you believe in. There's a freedom to worship, and a freedom to live. To speak never saying a word, to love, to let your voice be heard. The light of your own path. For more information, visit www.freedomofspeechpsa.org.
Every time I turn around, something different is going on in the world of sports.
Yeah, it's a busy time of year. And with more, let's go to Trevor with the sports update.
Thanks, ladies. The Point Park volleyball team is hitting their stride at the right time of the season. Before the Pioneers traveled to Kokomo, Indiana last weekend to play the first-place IU Kokomo Cougars, the team had won 9 of their last 11 games. Included in that streak was taking 2 out of 3 matches in their annual trip down to Florida. Point Park also beat KIC newcomer West Virginia Tech 3-1 last Tuesday. With only a couple weeks left in the season, we hope to see much more success from the Pioneers and maybe even another championship. It looks like the Steelers will be without the services of Pro Bowl center Marquise Pouncey for the entire season. Pouncey has been on the short-term IR since the beginning of the season due to an ankle injury suffered during the preseason. After a second surgery on his injured ankle, it became infected, which is going to push back the recovery time. Being on the short-term IR meant that Pouncey would have been eligible to return to the team in Week 9, but at this time it appears the team will have to look toward 2016 before they see the Pro Bowl center on the field again. The United States Soccer Federation, along with CONCACAF and CONMEBOL, are moving forward with plans to host the Copa America Centenario in 2016. The soccer tournament will feature the United States, Mexico, 10 teams from South America, and 4 additional teams from North and Central America. There were concerns that the tournament would fall apart after the U.S. Justice Department indicted several top CONCACAF and CONMEBOL officials on corruption charges. This will be the first time the tournament, has hosted anywhere besides South America since it was established in 1916. The championship game will be played in the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. I don't know about Brittany and Alexis, but I plan on getting tickets for that one.
A man was arrested in Ohio after being wanted for attacking a woman in Clarendon. 46-year-old Roy Carswell struck a woman with a machete in September and then fled the scene. The beating was so brutal the woman had to be life-flighted to the nearest hospital. Carswell was found after officers spotted his car in Martins Ferry, Ohio apartment complex. Police watched him for several days before boxing him in at a gas station near the complex. Carswell was forced to the ground and was transported to the Belmont County Jail and is awaiting extradition back to Allegheny County. The woman is in critical condition with injuries that are life-threatening, and Carswell will be charged with criminal attempt homicide and aggravated assault.
A gun runner who smuggled more than 100 weapons from Atlanta and Pittsburgh into New York City has been arrested. 31-year-old Michael Bracer was bragging about his gun operation to his girlfriend on a taped line. Bracer bragged about how many guns he had, how he was smuggling them, and the fact that he was selling them both legally and illegally. Bracer said to his girlfriend, quote, "I'm selling them the right way and the wrong way. When I'm out of the state, like Atlanta and Georgia and all that, it's all legal. But in New York, it's completely illegal, end quote. This case has been under investigation for a year now and even is incorporating an undercover officer. Bracer is one of 8 arrested and is being held without bail.
Dance Mom stars Abby Lee Miller was indicted on charges of bankruptcy fraud last week. Miller filed a petition to reorganize her dance studio in December 2010. However, she did not reveal all sources of income. Miller is known for her reality television show that is based on her Pittsburgh dance studio on Lifetime. U.S. Attorney David Hickton says of the indictment investigators, just happened to be watching the TV show and saw a commercial on Abby Lee Miller and her other endeavors, and he took a closer look at her books. Miller concealed an income totaling $755,000. If found guilty, Miller will be facing up to 5 years in jail and a fine for each account of her 20 indictments.
That's, oh my gosh. Can you imagine the years if she does get charged?
That's a lot of money.
I know. Woo. Now for a look at the news on a larger scale, we have Olivia Fisher with national and international stories.
This week, Iran broadcast images of underground missile bases. The photographs depicted uniformed men and missiles on their launch vehicles parked along the walls of underground tunnels. The release of these images comes just a few days after the media reported that Iran test-fired a new generation long-range ballistic missile. The weekend test likely violated a UN resolution, said a U.S. administration official. Iran's Brigadier General Amir Ali Hajjada said, quote, as of next year, a new advanced generation of long-range missiles that are liquid and solid fuel missiles will replace the current products. The missiles in various ranges are mounted on the launchers and all bases are ready to be launched. The revealing of the underground bases comes to wake of a major deal reached by Iran and the U.S., UK, Russia, China, France, and Germany over its nuclear program. Under the new deal, international sanctions on Iran will be lifted in return for restrictions on its nuclear program aimed at preventing it from being able to develop an atomic bomb. President Barack Obama will announce Thursday that U.S. forces will remain in Afghanistan at their current levels throughout much of 2016, marking yet another delay in the administration's plan for completing its withdrawal from the 14-year conflict. A senior administration official said, quote, the president will announce the results of what has been extensive and months of long review, end quote. The decision to maintain 9,800 troops in Afghanistan until nearly the end of Obama's term comes after months of discussion with Afghanistan's President Ashraf Ghani and the nation's CEO, Abdullah Abdullah. Administration officials stressed U.S. military personnel in Afghanistan would continue to service under 2 missions: to root out remnants of al-Qaeda, as well as train and equip Afghanistan security forces. U.S. forces can also conduct counterterrorism operations against elements of ISIS in Afghanistan should the group threaten the U.S. homeland, said senior administration's official. And a Northern Arizona University student has been charged with second-degree murder in a campus shooting. Stephen Jones, a freshman at NAU, was initially charged with first-degree murder after shooting and killing Colin Braw, another NAU student, and injuring 3 other students Friday. The charge was downgraded in a complaint released later, with police saying Jones did not act with premeditation. Jones now faces a conviction that could result in up to 25 years in prison, as opposed to the maximum penalty of life in prison that came with his initial charge. The downgrade in murder charge expands the number of assault charges against Jones from 3 to 6, 2 for each of the 3 students injured in the shooting. Jones told police he shot the group of students after they hit him in the face and chased after him, according to court documents. However, prosecutors said his account was self-serving and alleged Jones as the aggressor. Students injured in the altercation were Nicholas Prato and Nicholas Piring, who have been released from the medical facilities they were at. The third victim, Kyle Zentek's condition is yet unknown. Hopefully all of the victims make a full recovery. Now back to Brittany and Alexis at the couch.
With over a year before the presidential election, we have already had another debate. This time, it was the Democrats' turn.
When we come back, our political roundtable will break down the debate.
If you're having trouble with your schoolwork this semester, there's a helpful place on campus that you should know about. On the 7th floor of Lawrence Hall is the Program for Academic Success, which provides services like tutoring and academic counseling. The program's Writing Center is specifically designed to help you with your writing assignments, and you can even get help for them online. Students are encouraged to stop in the office, give a call, or send an email.
Every human being has a purpose, has a dream to have their voices heard, no matter where they come from, no matter where they go. As an American, it is their right to have freedom of speech. I have a dream that one day this message will speak louder than words, that even the quietest voice will not go unnoticed. That is my dream. What is yours? For more information, visit www.freedomofspeechpsa.org.
Last Tuesday, the Democratic Party held their first debate of the year at the Wynn Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Returning for another edition of the Daybreak Roundtable are Kyle Anthony and Blaine King. Okay, let's start with the debate. The candidates, what happened? What was the big moment?
Because I only caught clips.
I only got a little bit,
I
too.
only got clips.
I think a big moment of the debate was definitely Bernie Sanders coming out and telling everyone to drop the Hillary emails.
Thank God.
That was a big thing, but it also definitely bolstered Hillary. But we also saw Bernie Sanders make some extremely strong points, and O'Malley he made some stronger points, put himself in there, but he still wasn't one of the top two candidates. The focus was still on Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton.
Could that be because of the media? I mean, those are the only two I've heard of before the debate. I hate to say that.
On my timeline today, it was just Bernie Sanders, Bernie Sanders, Bernie Sanders, Bernie Sanders. That's all I hear.
There was nobody else.
Well, with Martin O'Malley, he was kind of a good front runner. Well, not a front runner, but he was sort of a candidate going back to 2012 when Barack Obama was reelected. So they said there may be some speculation that Martin O'Malley may run again. But honestly, it is all just Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders. It's just because those two are the most popular names, and we know that America thrives on who's the popular name at the time, and those two are just the front runners. It's going to be interesting to see which one of those two win, though.
I mean, Bernie Sanders, he got a lot of the ovation. He did get more ovation than Hillary Clinton got, but Hillary Clinton made a lot stronger points than Bernie Sanders did. And Hillary Clinton is just such a good debater, and that hurts Bernie Sanders because Bernie Sanders isn't the best debater. He doesn't deliver things the best. So Hillary's debating skills definitely help her and help her drive the points across that she's trying to give her.
Do you think that's the reason she was considered that she won the debate? Even though, like Bernie, like you said, he made some great points.
I would say that.
Her skill overshadows.
Yeah, with her having experience, yes.
She has a lot of experience.
And
she's not new to this.
And she's used to being in the spotlight like this. She was in a previous presidential election. She ran for Senate for New York. So that she has the experience. If I had to say, I do think she won because of that, and she just gave kind of better points.
Yeah, I'd say that, and along with the issue of gun control, which was the very first question of the debate, and was the only question that Bernie Sanders severely struggled with, because he did mention he had a D- rating, but he has flip-flopped his position some on the gun control issue.
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton's always taken a very tough stance on gun control in the manufacturers, and a lot of people like that, especially with the issues they've been having. So Hillary, I'll agree with Blaine, a lot of her points and just her general debating skills helped her.
Yeah, but the other thing is a lot of people on social media, a lot of people around the world, they believe Bernie Sanders won, and I can believe that too, just because of his stance on a lot of things. He's capturing American hearts. Not to say Bernie Sanders could be not saying he's Barack Obama, but he could have the Barack Obama outcome of this election if Hillary doesn't just grab the lead while she has it.
The thing Bernie Sanders has is he's able to draw young people to the polls and to get involved in his campaign.
Which is really good.
Because he is the young person's candidate, because he's not labeling himself as just a Democrat. He's labeling himself as a democratic socialist. He talked about minimum wage getting raised, college being free, college debt being paid for. All things that benefit the young people of America.
And that's where you're going to get the young people.
And that's what Hillary Clinton's really lacking. But they both drove home that point. Bernie Sanders drove home that the democratic socialist and he's trying to help everyone. Hillary Clinton drove in the point that she's been in politics for a while, and she did use the card of her being a woman a lot, but it helped her, according to every analyst that I watched.
So she did mention it a lot.
Yes,
I mean, like I said, I only caught glimpses.
To start the debate, she did mention a lot and talked about how she is a woman. She's trying to help other strong women and other women in power. Kind of the stance that Donald Trump's daughter.
Not in power.
She's trying to help it's kind of the same stance that Donald Trump's daughter's taking.
Yeah.
She's kind of pushing the same message.
And she was also asked a question, will you be a third-term Barack Obama? And she's like, no, because I'll be the first woman president. It's going to be a pretty different.
I wish they would just let them stay separate. Like, let them run and take their own issues.
I don't think they'll ever be able to stay separate. They were so interlinked the first time, and it was such a surprise to everyone when she wasn't the vice president choice of Barack Obama, that it's tough for those two not to be together, especially with the debates they had and some of the history they do have together.
Well, rapper T.I. went on and said that women are too emotional to be president.
I did hear that.
I was furious.
Okay, I am not for Clinton. I do not want a Clinton, but
I'm for a woman president.
What's wrong with that?
I think that we would make
Gentlemen, woman president.
Do you mind?
I welcome it.
Yeah,
I welcome it.
I believe whatever is best for our country, no matter that be man, woman, black, white, whatever helps our country the best should be who leads our country.
Fair enough, and that was a great speech. Hopefully this debate gives us some clarity on what to expect out of our Democratic Party, but with debates scheduled every month until the primaries begin, we probably have only scratched the surface. Thank you for your insights.
And thank you for tuning in for another edition of Daybreak. Be sure to join us again next week for some entertainment news and everything in between.
Have a great week, Point Park.